Tonight's review is the iTaste 134 by Innokin. This thing's a monster. What's up, guys? It's Likwid, West Texas Vaping Coalition. Doing a mod review. Haven't done too many mod reviews lately, so I'm trying to knock some of those out. And the one I'm going to do, it's better late than never, is the iTaste 134 by Innokin. And comes in a really cool box. I got this one over at the Vape Shack in Odessa, Texas. And here's the unboxing. There's the box. There's the mod. I would show you the box, but the box is so cool. I've had this for a while now. It's got a really nice clasp on it. It's a hard case box. Got the iTaste logo. You open it up, and usually it's got this really pretty foam and everything on it. But for me, I got my rebuilding supplies in it. So I'm reusing. So here's the 134. It is a monster. Well, it looks like a monster, but I like it. This thing's really beefy. It's variable wattage only, and it does have on the top cap, you can take this off to clean. It does have the 510 and the Ego cone threading. It's got a nice collar that goes on this. Put this back on so I don't lose it. It's got a nice collar that goes on it. Moving down, got your fire button right here with the little logo on top, the Taste It, Love It logo from Innokin or iTaste. And moving down, you have your variable wattage ring right here. And the cool thing about it is it locks into place. So once it goes in, wherever you have it set at, it'll lock right into place. And this will go anywhere from 6.5 watts to 12.5 watts. Moving down, you have your iTaste 134 logo right there. See that right there? Beautiful. And on the bottom, you have your bottom cap with some venting. The only thing I don't understand, the bottom cap is like stainless, like polished metal, and the rest of it's like brushed. I don't know why they did that, why I just didn't leave that brushed. But the bottom one's got a nice beefy spring. It takes an 18650 battery. Put that in here. And that's it. It's kind of heavy. It's kind of beefy, but I like that. And I'll tell you the reason why in a little bit. Why I like this one so much. And I've had it for a while, and I should have did a review on it, you know, when I first got it. But I was inundated with a lot of juice reviews and wanted to get those out of the way and all that stuff. So I'm trying to get into some of the other mods that I have, and especially like locally, so people can check these out. Maybe it'll help them work it or whatever. But the way to turn it on, you hit your button 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Get a little light show. Green means it's full charge. The yellow are the two buttons are the two lights on either side. I don't know if there's multiple lights in there or what, but there's 2 lights on either side will be yellow. That means that it's partially charged, and then the top one will glow red when it needs to be charged. The cool thing about this one is, though, even though it's red, you can keep vaping on it, and it'll blink when it's just like, I can't do anymore. So 33.3 chipboard in this one, and you're gonna have pulse width modulation, so you're gonna have that rattlesnakey sound. And the really neat thing about this is, if you guys are thinking about maybe doing some rebuilding or something, if you're gonna get an RDA and you're not gonna go super low, the cool thing about the iTaste line is they'll go down to 0.8. I've seen people fire 0.6, 0.4, but I know consistently it'll go down to 0.8 ohms. So if you're wrapping coils, you'll be able to use this to kind of transition over into that in order to learn how to build coils before you just completely leap and go into 0.3 and all that crazy stuff and all those crazy coil builds that you've seen all of us do. This is a good transition one, and I just like this one because it just feels right in your hand. The bars on them, there's bars all the way around. They are kind of slidey, but to keep it from slipping out of your hand, that ring kind of helps it and kind of holds it into place. Like I said, variable wattage. The thing about this is there's a little bit of a vaping curve versus some of your other mods, because this one here, when you vape it, like the first couple puffs, there's like when you're vaping on it, like, see how at first couple there's nothing, and the reason why it does that is there's a ramping feature, not a ramping, but even though it's only wattage, the board itself is checking your ohm setting on your coil, and adjusts accordingly, which is pretty neat. So it reads it first, and then you'll be able to vape. And the vape is a nice warm vape. This chip board that's in here is going to have your reverse battery protection, your low voltage protection, your thermal protection, and all that happy stuff. So that's all in here. It's also got the 10-second shutoff too, so you can only hold it for 10 seconds while you're vaping, and if it's any longer than 10 seconds, it'll automatically cut itself off, which is a good thing in case it's in your pocket. I don't know if you really want to have this monster in your pocket. I wouldn't. I'd want to show it, and I think it looks really cool with that Spire Nautilus on it, which I'll have to get into that too. That'll be a different one. Let's have a vape, talk about how she works. Very well, very well. I like the way it's got like a ramp in it. You can taste, like you can feel it as you're vaping. You know, it kind of ramps up a little bit, so it's not punching the hell out of your coil and ruining your coils. But it's very good, very sturdy. It's got the copper connections on it, and it's very easy to clean. It's very easy to maintain. It's simple. You know, it's just wattage only. You don't have to worry about variable voltage or variable wattage. You don't have to worry about it being really small and breaking in your pocket. You don't have to worry about nobody talking to you when you're at the bar vaping this thing, because this is a conversation starter right here. So everybody's gonna be, what's that? Where'd you get that? Where's that at? Where'd you get that at? Which is cool. They have them coming in stainless like this one and in black, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I checked online and there's a couple of websites you can send it to, and they'll actually anodize it, any colors you want. They can take the bars off and do those one color, and the battery sheath and the top sheath off and do another color. And if you like the way it looks, but you're afraid of the size, insert joke here. I did check Innokin's website, and they do have a 134 mini coming out that'll be an 18490 or an 18350. 350, that's a small battery, but this is really nice. It's a good something to have at your coffee table. I don't know about work, depending on what you do. It might not be, might be too clunky for you, but I like the way it performs. I like the way it looks. I always get comments on it when I'm vaping it, and it works well. And the battery life, oddly enough, it lasts a long time. So that is the 134, and like I said, it's just 3 push on, 3 push off. I'm trying to think of anything else I can say about it. It's just kind of basic, in your face and go. It does have in the collar, I don't know if you can see it or not, inside those pips, they do have airflow or air holes there and there. So, and you can see pretty much everything you put on here will sit flush, because the 510 connector is flush with that collar. A little bit of an update. I'm sure you probably, if anybody watches any of the other reviews, there's a Russian coming out really soon. It's called the Russian Big. That's like 33 millimeters or something. It's about the diameter of this top ring, and there's actually a collar that fits on it, so the whole thing sits flush. It looks really cool on the 134. Rip's got it on his site. If you get a chance, go check it out. It's pretty neat. That thing holds 11 mils of juice. That's going to be a monster RTA. But that's it. That is the Innokin iTaste 134. It's very simple. I don't have a lot to say about it just because it works well. It's simple and beefy, kind of like me. Insert joke here. So we have another vape. We're going to call it a night, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Got vape.